What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video. And today, a very long promised video for you guys. I know it's not going to get too many clicks, and I know that it's not going to get too many likes and stuff. And that's okay, because I want to produce some good content for you guys. We got the Broncos 7-round mock draft. I got plenty of you guys on this channel. For those guys who are new, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. We got a big-ass family here. I love it to death. We got Discord links. All the links are down below. Join the Discord if you guys want to. We already got 19 people on there, and my goal is to not be a main contributor to it. I want you guys to have fun time chatting about football, obviously within reason. Don't be calling each other assholes and stuff like that. You guys know the deal. Let's kick it off because I just studied your contract situation, and you guys got a lot of dudes up on contract here. And honestly, surprisingly, one of the biggest needs would probably the biggest need is quarterback. Thank God I actually don't have the volume up that much. I know I'm professional, right? But here sitting at pick 9, I'm quite surprised that they went Patrick Surtain there because, I honestly think that this would be a really good draft fall. Like if it went like this, I would be pretty happy if they got Patrick Surtain. I think that Caleb Farley would fit him better. But looking at the guys on the board, quarterback's obviously a big issue. So if we're looking at that, Trey Lance, an option. Honestly, I would take my chances on a Mac Jones or Kyle Trask in the third. I have an early second on Kyle Trask still. He sucked in one game. All right. Obviously Florida quarterbacks, the scheme's really good. We're going to see if my love for Kyle Trask is actually going to be valid or not. I think that he's probably going to be more of a career backup unless he gets a good starting choice, kind of like an Alex Smith type. So we'll see how about that. But Trey Lance, he's too much of a project, man. Your team is built really well. I think, honestly, if you guys want to go after a Jameis Winston, do something like that, I would do that. But apart from that, I don't think Trey Lance is your guy. You guys need to get some youth in the youth not in the edge group. The edge group still has 3 of your top 3 dudes. I mean, obviously, if contract, the club option isn't worked on Von Miller, your top 2 options, and Malik Reed and Bradley Chubb are still there for at least a year, if not 2. I don't think that's a big need. I think maybe get some edge depth later. 100% understandable. But I think we got to get some youth in that corner core. You have 2 corners at age 29 and Bryce Callahan, as well as AJ Boye. AJ Boye is taking a big step off. Bryce Callahan is a great slot corner. No trades in this, but we're going to be going Caleb Farley here. He's an excellent scheme fit. He's super fun, energetic. I think he's the best corner in the class. I've warmed up to him. Obviously he hasn't played in a little bit, but dude, he allowed a 26.2 maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Again, no doing trades. He allowed under a 30 passer rating when targeted, which is worse than throwing the ball into the ground every time. Again, no trades, just to keep it non-RNG, just so it keeps it a little bit more fun. But we got to see who's here at this next pick because it's going to be interesting. I don't know why, TDN's gotten a little bit more spammy with their trade simulator. And for you guys who are like, oh, all he does is just sit there and do something that we could always do. I mean, that's kind of true. But at the same time, I also I pay for this stuff so you guys get to see some fun trades and stuff in the big mocks, which I think there's going to definitely be one this week. So keep your eyes out for that. Obviously, first week of school, it's going to be fun. But looking at it, I think that realistically, here are your top 3 biggest needs right now. We got to get quarterback in there. So Mac Jones is definitely an option. He is a guy, if your offensive line is definitely solid enough. You're missing Juwan James this year, and it's still operating at a pretty smooth level, right? Linebacker, that's another big issue. I'm pretty sure Josie Jewell is your final inside linebacker left on your roster. And in a 3-4, you need those linebackers, those interior guys to be able to play a very big role, especially in the run game. And then safety. Justin Simmons, I believe, is on contract year this year. I'm 80% sure about it. I know I saw him in there. I'm not sure if he had the club option or not, but that's a huge guy that you need to re-sign. Huge contract you need to re-sign. And you want to probably make sure that there's some good talent around him, right? So looking at it, obviously some of these guys should not be here. Trey Smith, I'm glad they had him up in the 80s. Fun fact, they had him up in the 80s, which is ridiculous, but he's still here. Looking at it, I'm down to Mac Jones. Let's look at the linebackers. Yes, interior defensive line is another issue, but dude, I think if we get a Chaz Surratt in the third, if we can get Jabril Cox to fall to us in the third, that's gonna be so much more worth it. Looking at it, I mean, can you go wrong with Mac? That's my question. Can you go wrong? We know what he's gonna bring. You got wide receivers who can separate Jerry Jeudy and stuff. He has actually probably taken some reps with Jerry Jeudy in the past. Last year when Tua went out, Mac Jones did a pretty good job keeping that Alabama squad rolling. No pun intended for the Roll Tide. So this is definitely something that I'm intrigued with. Let's look at, again, we looked at the linebackers. There's not really good value there. I don't think Pete Werner's worth this pick. And again, I really think he's kind of just a Josie Jewell 2.0. And that's not worth this high of a pick. Looking at the safeties who are on the board, we could be going the top safety in the class, Trayvon Moehrig here. But let's go quarterback. Let's at least get somebody, because Drew Lock has not proven that he's the guy. I really want Drew Lock to be a good guy in the squad, but Mac Jones has at least shown some potential at being a potential first rounder. And yes, he's only thrown 44 tight window throws, but you have some really good wide receivers. This is going to be a spot where he has a good enough offensive line, some really good wide receivers. And the running backs honestly aren't that bad, because I know that your main guy, Corey Lindsey, his name's not Corey Lindsey. Lindsey, he is on contract here. So we don't know if we're going to bring him back, especially with the large running back group that you guys already have. Mac Jones is going to be the surprise pick here. You guys got to try it out. You got to try it out. This organization, you're going to go another year with Drew Lock, and he has one good game here and there. I think Mac Jones, it's the second round. Yeah, you guys took a shot on Drew Lock in the second round before. This is where you guys take him. And I think it's right where he should be valued. I think that maybe is a late second, but that's okay. If you get him at the top of the second, I always believe that, hey, if I believe somebody is a late second and they're a quarterback, it's okay to take it late first if it's something that you really need and really want. So again, no trade, but looking at the picks here, oh my goodness. Javon Holland's here. That could be an amazing strong safety to pair up with Justin Simmons there. So I'm 100% down for that. Again, we lost all the linebackers, man. We're going to be going after a Baron Browning probably next round. It's a little bit ridiculous how low they have him rated. And if you want to, we go Charles Snowden, but he's not that good in the run game. Monty Rice is pretty solid as well. So we got dudes who can definitely stuff the run. If not Coney Dang later on, 6'6", 250 pounds of just pure dude. He's a really good locker room guy as well. So, especially without Elway being the guy who's calling the shots, I think Max Wilson would be a pretty solid choice for you guys. I don't know why I was about to click on wide receiver here, but if we are going to be exiting out, I think the best option for us is honestly a safety. Dude, Javon Holland is here. He can play that strong safety role. He can play a slot corner role if he wants to learn from Callahan, and when Callahan's contract is up, he could switch to slot corner. Javon Holland's going to be the correct pick here. You guys got to get that safety role. I don't think that, we could have went for Andre Sisco later on or a Paris Ford, but I think that you got to just take a dude like that who has such great versatility. He was, if he played this year, he probably would be making consideration for a top of the second, maybe a late first. That's just something that you can, and if you're at the top of the third, that's just so worth it. It's something that I 100% would be in full support of. So 100% agree with it. Let's rock with that pick. And honestly, if you're going to re-sign Justin Simmons, you're going to be paying him a lot of money. You probably want to have a good buddy back there, because Kareem Jackson has done a really good job. I believe he's 33 and also on contract here. Got to get him some help. So being able to do that. Also, Andre Sisco's gone by our pick in the fourth, and Paris Ford, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I know I didn't say we need edge, but dude, now some good edges are falling. So right now I'm looking at interior defensive linemen to Jalen Tweeman to replace Marvin Wilson's here too. Oh my goodness. To replace Jarrell Casey, who obviously is under contract for a couple more years, but he does have some major injury concerns. I'm pretty sure he was out this entire year. Or you could go Joe Tryon, who can actually grow under Von Miller for a year, and then you don't have to re-sign Malik Reed a year later as well. 100% possible. Dude, Marvin Wilson is here. Dude, this guy was supposed to be a first-round dude. He had a big drop-off this year, okay? It's during COVID year. We don't know what happened, really, but this dude should have been a top 15 pick. I don't think that just goes away magically. I think maybe he's just it's okay. You can, if he's already shown that spark to be a guaranteed first, and just has a bad year, it does not warrant him being a fourth round pick. All right. So I think that's just ridiculous. I think we're going to target Coney Dang with our next pick. Marvin Wilson 100% is going to be the pick here. I just think it's a little bit disrespectful and disgusting to have him rated that lowly. And you guys could bounce back on that idea if you guys think that it's that's a little bit ridiculous an idea. I would be taking him probably in the late second, if not the early third. Having him in early to mid fourth, that just gets me a little bit sometimes. So Again, let me know what you guys think on that. We could be targeting Shaka Toney if he is here. That'd be a dream, but he's not going to be. Looking at our pick, we're what? We're right here. I mean, Shaka could be there. That would be a dream. If we get Shaka at that pick, we might be golden. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was so excited. We just had 3 edges go in the last 4 picks. They knew we were coming. Looking at the linebackers, though, we still got Kwani Dang on the board. I want to check one thing. Hopefully it doesn't go into auto pick mode. But if we just select the Texans, which, of course, if you guys aren't already in the know, we are talking to the Houston Texans president on February 1st at 5 p.m. Central. Obviously, I'm not going to be putting that live. I'm going to be having that posted on the 6th, but keep your eyes out. It's happening. It's really happening. So looking at it right now, please do not. Oh my goodness. That just, it drops my heart. Kwani Dang arguably could be there, but looking at the amount of linebackers that are here, Kwani Dang could be a 2nd round pick. Legitimately, if he aces his interviews and is possibly able to test well in his pro day, because obviously we don't have combine this year, that is going to be huge. And I think that Kwani Dang might be taken early 3rd by the Patriots, either trading back or trading up. He's 6'6", 250 pounds. Very raw prospect, but I'm telling you right now, he has the potential to be a real threat. Just watch out for it. Kwani Dang, he's just something special and something that I'd be really intrigued on being able to see. And to me, that's worth it. It's worth. I know we were like, there's dudes down here with like Shi Smith who shouldn't honestly be there, but he is, and that's okay. Obviously, I would love to have taken Chris Tonga there. We could have been like, oh, well, we took in Joe Tryon and then Chris Tonga. 100% understandable if you guys want to do that. But, I mean, this draft is falling pretty damn well. You know, Kwani Dang is definitely a talented dude. I want to see if the other linebacker was taken. Patty Fisher just got taken, and he was in like the 200 range. I mean, like 250, 260 range. So, obviously, Kwani Dang would have been definitely gone by now. But looking at the guys available, you still have some high-end wide receivers available that we do not need. We don't need whatsoever, right? We could be getting like another center in here because Lloyd Cushenberry hasn't been doing the greatest job in the world. There's a lot of really, oh man, dude. If we could get a slot wide receiver like Jalen Darden, like if you guys needed one, that'd just be, oh, that's just like, that's a drafter's like wet dream right there. To make it like a really awkward and disgusting comment like that, you have to have some like, you have to have some form of like no chill zone. To me, I'm perfectly fine doing that for you guys. That was just, it's such a beautiful pick. I've heard some good things about Osa here, and I'm a little bit intrigued on him. If you look at him, he's 280 pounds. So he's going to be probably that outside linebacker role that you guys are looking for. I would probably want to get closer down. Like he's awkwardly in between a guy who can put his hand in the ground. Yeah, so he's a D tackle right now. I don't think at his size he should probably fit as an outside linebacker, but obviously he's not really fitting that role, huh? Like he's like a heavy outside linebacker. I don't think that he fits a 3-4 D end either. You know, I think you got to get some more size there. He'd fit probably maybe a 4-3, maybe as like a D end there. But I mean, shoot, looking at his size, that it doesn't fit what we want. If we got a guy who's maybe 265, that'd be okay. But to me, I don't like that. We could probably go after a Teron Jackson, if we're gonna be honest. Let's look at maybe some linemen here. Look at the guys who are available. We got Demetric Felton here. If we want to replace Lindsey, that might be the right place to start. Okay, being able to get Demetric Felton here to replace Lindsey would be a really good receiving back option. If we want to think about it, you guys have Melvin Gordon and Royce Freeman, right? Demetric Felton could make a very big impact on the squad. You know, he definitely has like route running ability like a wide receiver. If you guys want to go James MP here, I believe it's redshirt junior from BYU. 100% understand that. So right now we're down to those two. If you want to get another tackle, which again, I don't think there's a need for it, we can go that way. So right now I'm down to James MP and Demetric Felton. Demetric Felton, again, if you guys don't want to re-sign Lindsey, this might be the right pick. He can allow the RBBC community like type of role go full flush, right? Demetric Felton could be a really good weapon for your squad, especially for a guy like Mac Jones that probably would like to check it down quite often. That wouldn't be a bad option. Then we also have guys like James Empey who will probably play a better on the offensive line than probably a Lloyd Cushenberry. We'll allow him to develop one more year. We're gonna get Demetric Felton here. It doesn't say it's a need for you guys, but I don't really care what TDN says. I think that Demetric Felton is just amazing value. I have him more as like the 150 to 130 range. He's a really talented dude who can basically be a slot wide receiver. I kind of compare him a little bit to James White. And if you're able to get that in the 6th round, be my guest. It's a good pick. It's a really good pick. Again, no trade offers just because it's a little too RNG, and it would just make every single draft a little too complicated. Just it keeps it simple, keeps it nice. Again, if Jalen Darden's there, we are going to be taking him. That's just ridiculous. I know you guys don't need it, and you guys have a shit ton of wide receivers on the roster, but man, like if he's there, like can we pass up? He is my, I think, number 90 guy in the class, and right now I am. Oh my god. So we might want to get pass rusher here. Again, I don't really see actually too many good guys here. Jaquan Bailey's not bad. I think that they have him down there because they haven't scouted him yet. That they have. That's actually interesting. Jaquan Bailey's not bad at all. It's somebody who we could possibly take at this spot, but shoot, like maybe we can get some extra line depth. Again, Petrula is not that great. I'm pretty sure he's a backup at BC. I'm pretty sure they already had 2 tackles go ahead of him, and he's definitely the weakest link on the offensive line. That is also really talented, so that's usually not a good sign. To me, I think we got to go Jalen Darden. I know we don't need it at all, right? We don't need it at all. But I'm telling you, Jalen Darden is a special talent. If we want to go Tamori and Terry to add another big threat, that'd be great. But, I can't just let him pass. That's the thing. Jalen Darden's my number, like, 91 guy. And it's right now at 233. Like, 40 picks later, we're going to have 3 times his value. 3 times. I got to do it. I know you guys aren't going to like that pick, but I mean, what the fuck? You guys have way too many picks and stuff. But Jalen Darden is just amazing. Now we can look at other options, right? Let's look at the tackles. Not really too excited by any of these. If we want to get the kid out of Fresno State, we can pair him up with Netane Moody. That'd be quite fun. But I'm going to look at these edge players again. Michael Clemens isn't bad. Chauncey Golston is not bad whatsoever from Iowa either. But, man, let's just look at the guys who are on the board. Might want to just go best player available. DJ Daniel wouldn't be bad. Is he in slot corner? No, he's not. He's a guy who's buried on the depth chart. Definitely someone who he's probably not the best guy in the world, but someone who could take a shot on for extra rotational depth. Looking at it, I mean, shoot, this is a very tough spot. We could go Jeffrey Guntier from Coastal Carolina. They have a very good defense. There are guys like Cameron Bynum is not bad whatsoever either. These are guys who could just later round steals. I don't think that they're bad whatsoever. If we want to get some extra safety depth, Jacoby Stevens wouldn't be a bad pick either. Honestly, I might be leaning towards that to get some extra strong safety depth. If you look at him, like he is an interesting role. Honestly, if Vic Fangio wants a kid from LSU as a safety, Jacoby Stevens is far from bad. You can honestly play him as a linebacker as well. I think I'm just going to be sticking with that. I'm not very comfortable with anybody else with the edge class. And we have another pick too, which is ridiculous. Might even just take a Tamori and Terry if he is there. He's not, but Tamori Terry might test in the 4.3s at 6'4", which is going to be insane. I don't really know why we have so many picks at this spot, but there really isn't anybody else. I might even look at a different quarterback if there was somebody better. Zach Smith's not bad. Peyton Ramsey's not bad either, but I'm saying Ian Book, did he declare? I don't think he better not declare. I think they should probably try to go for the COVID red shirt 1 more year thing. I don't know, guys. You guys gotta let me know on this one. We could be just going for Brenton Nelson here. Boodle's not bad. I don't like the disrespect on my boy Boodle here. He gets picked on a little bit, but he's not that. Trey Norwood isn't bad either. Trey Norwood makes pretty good plays. So honestly, we might be looking that way. Honestly, screw it. We're going to take an edge, and looking at it, Chauncey Golston's probably the best one. We've seen Iowa edges do a very good job. It's a high floor guy. Chauncey Golston is going to be somebody who he's just going to provide some depth in case someone gets injured again. Looking at our picks, we got the best corner in the draft. We got the most safe quarterback in the draft. We get the arguably best safety in the draft / slot corner. We have one of the best interior defensive linemen in the class, and that was all within the 4 first rounds. We got a linebacker to finally pair up, who's freaky, 6'6", 250, Kwoni Dang, great locker room guy. Pairing him up with Josie Jewell would be great. You know, Demetric Felton being able to replace Lindsey. I don't think his first name's Corey. It might be. I don't know. But I don't know why I'm just bugging on his first name. You got Jalen Darden. Don't need him, but dude, that value is just unbelievable. Unfreaking real. I'd take him in the third round. Jacoby Stevens as well. Just a guy who can probably play more of like a box linebacker at his size, you know, 6'2", 225. You can kind of use him more as a linebacker. And then Chauncey Golston, you know, you just get some good edge presence there. So let me know what you guys think. I hope it lived up to your guys' expectations. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.